Every week, a different member of the panel will bring them one thing from the world of wrestling that they like to get rid of forever. Last week, we tried to get rid of Taz, which is still up for debate in my eyes. If it enters Room 101, it's gone forever. Ever and ever. And this week, it's me doing the opening point. Survivor Series matches. 5-on-5. We love them. I just finished watching Survivor Series 2019, which was a 5-on-5-on-5. Great match. But what I want to stop is the multitude of multi-person matches at Survivor Series. With a caveat, there's no reason for them. Last year we had the who was going to reign supreme as a dominant brand, which sort of fitted the narrative of NXT and them coming in. But this year, what are we playing for? You know, we got some couple of good matches, but we've just had the draft, and we've obviously got the women's and the men's. But I just would want one dominant match to take me back to the time when Stone Cold Steve Austin's job was on the line. Shawn Michaels fought like an absolute lion that day. Didn't get the dub. Stone Cold Steve Austin left, but there was so much emotion wrapped up in one match.
So just to be clear here, what you're saying is you would like there to be some sort of outcome from these Survivor Series matches. Something that I pitched to the group not but 4 weeks ago when I suggested that either the first pick of the draft or the last entrant in the Royal Rumble should come from this winner. And I was poo-pooed by Mr. Will Brazier. Poo-pooed, I say. I have no issue with the idea of putting something on the line. However, let's not take out the fact that Survivor Series is one of the big four. It is one of the crown jewels, not in the Saudi Arabia way, of the WWE. And in itself, in tradition, it holds value. We are looking at who is the most dominant brand in WWE. That is enough for me to go, you know what? I want to see AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and brackets, Matt Riddle, take on Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and to be determined, because those are 10 of the best superstars that WWE has to offer. Give me as many dream matches as you can.
I didn't want to have to go to this, what I'm going to call the fourth wall, but when we did have that argument the other week, Chris actually didn't come with an argument, and we were stood on this Zoom call, and I actually proposed the argument to Chris, and then running through the running order, I found out I was against Chris. So in turn, for 60 seconds, then another 45 seconds, I was actually arguing against myself, which I thought I did a very good job of. The argument that day was that the prize should be the Royal Rumble 30th spot, but which we all agreed was a bit silly, nearly as silly as the 2K storyline when number 31 comes out and it was The Rock as the United States president. I want one Survivor Series match with someone's job or someone's life on the line to make it emotional, wrapped up. I'll unbox it and I'll say thank you very much.
So if I take this argument and spin it to this year, what you're saying is that the Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce team versus Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and two members to be decided don't deserve their place on the card. Is that what you're telling me? What a nonsense idea. Lana did not go through 9 announce tables for you to rip that match out of the cards. Don't tell me it's not worth it. Don't tell me that she has not earned her spot on the card. There is no reason for there not to be a women's match and a men's match. It's 2 matches that we're talking about here. 2 matches. Last year's matches were incredible. We got to see Volta. We got to see Drew McIntyre. We got to see Tommaso Ciampa. This year, we get to see the EST of the WWE make her Big 4 pay-per-view debut. There is so much good stuff packed into these shows. You cannot remove one of the multi-man matches.
It's Donald Trump in me.
I mean, you very much have...
did not say that.
Very much good points. Look, Chris, you did run over, and Will, you did run over slightly, so you can both get -1 on that side. But, yeah, I agree with Will in the case that there needs to be more on the line, but at the same time, 2020 is such a weird year anyway. Like, we're not having NXT this year. Obviously, NXT last year was a great addition, as Chris mentioned, having Keith Lee and Volta and whatnot. Rhea Ripley was in there. So, like, having Team Raw versus Team SmackDown this year, although nothing's really on the line, it is the best of the best, as that is the tagline. And in 2020, we need a bit of enjoyment. wrestling lets us go on and forget everything that's going outside the world. We're locked in that 4 hours or 3 hours, whatever it may be this Sunday. Will, go on, you got a point.
Yeah, Mick, I'm not saying you can't have Survivor Series best of the best. No, hang on, let me finish, Chris. But what I'm saying is I just don't want them to be wrapped up in 5v5 matches, which I think Chris was saying I didn't want women on the card, which, let me be clear, guys, I want them on the card.
Chris, go on, you can have a chance to say what you want to say.
I'm not. No. I'm just going to say that we should be sticking to the rules of engagement, which is 1 minute long section each, 1 45-second section each. Last week, I didn't get to jump in. No, sorry, 2 weeks ago, I didn't get to jump in. I realised my time was up. I played fair. I sat and I listened.
You coward.
I want the last thing that Will Brazier said struck from the record of time. Adam Briffer, cut that out straight now.
No, but let's sum it up. I am not going to put that in Room 101 just because I really enjoy the multi-person matches as seen last year. This year is going to be equally good. There's going to be huge payoff in that Lana and Nia Jax feud. And like Chris said, hopefully we do see Lana versus putting Nia Jax through a table. Maybe a little help from Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. But yeah, Will, it is not going in Room 101. But that is what I think. What do you think, the Go Home Show Pod audience? Let us know on Twitter at Go Home Show Pod. Should Survivor Series matches have more into it and not have multi-person matches? Or do you agree, Chris, it should stay on the card and everything is right?